Wendell Charles Financial, that's a company that I started, and I named it after my grandfather. If you're wondering who Wendell Charles is, it sounds like an older kind of a name. And I wanted to name it after somebody. He's still around, he's 88 years old, and he's still very, very sharp. And I really admired him. He helped me learn a lot of different things, and I didn't want to name the company after myself and have the focus be how much money can I make, how much can it be about me. I wanted to do it and have the motivation of my grandfather and a testament to his legacy, to everything he stood for, his generosity, his patience, his understanding of business. And so I thought that was a good way to do it. So what do we stand for? That's part of it. We wrote out a bunch of things. We show up on time. We do what we say we're going to do. We are the best at what we do. We have the character, discipline, generosity, and we're focused on philanthropy. So tying that back into social entrepreneurship, you may not go into the investments business. You may go into tech, or you may, you live in Silicon Valley area here where, the entrepreneurs that have come through here and the amount of access to capital and the ideas, their dreams are coming true here, you guys. And it's amazing to see. It's been fun to watch it. So you may go into a different area than I am, but I hope you can take some of the same lessons. So we opened up an office in Bellevue, Washington, and then quickly 6 months or 8 months into it, we opened up an office in Manhattan Beach, California, in Los Angeles County, which is where I live now, most of the time, and kind of operate both offices. And so some of the cool things that we've been able to do, and like for instance, the best story I can tell you right now is a story about my father, where we do investments for people in 401ks and pension accounts, things like that. And my father took me aside one day and said, Evan, I got to tell you something, and I'm thinking it's serious. I'm thinking what's he going to tell me? Did I get in trouble? Did I do something stupid? Which could have been the case. But he said, Evan, a lot of my friends, they had a rough time in the stock market. This is several years ago. You may remember back in the news. They lost 40 or 50% of their money, and they're having a hard time recovering it. They're going to have to work for 10 more years. But we planned. You and I have been talking for years, and the strategies that you put me into, and that your company and your staff put me into, we're okay. And your mom and I, we crunched the numbers, and now we're going to be able to retire. And I was like, wow, I didn't see that coming. But, and he said, Evan, we couldn't have done it without you. And I was like, geez, it really hit me right there. Why am I doing what I'm doing? And what I noticed was I'm not doing it because I just am obsessed with numbers. I'm not doing it. It's because social entrepreneurship is a vehicle that allows you to help people, that allows you to change lives. And that's something that I think about in a story that I tell regularly. And I hope that, as you're thinking about starting your companies, that you include those elements. So I know what you're thinking. You're an investments guy, and your industry is not typically shown in the best light. You guys are, the Wall Street bailouts and this and that. And I looked at it more of an opportunity. I looked at it as this industry is ripe for disruption. To me, that's a competitive advantage. To me, I looked at it and I saw that there was an opportunity to do right by people and incorporate some of these giving strategies. So a quote by one of my favorite entrepreneurs, Mark Cuban, he says, "Wherever there is change, wherever there is uncertainty, there is the opportunity."